Aries, welcome to your mid-December 2022 general love reading. This is your girl, Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Aries. This is a general reading. This is not a personal one-on-one reading, so please keep that in mind as you listen to this. Only take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear that message. Hi, Cross Watchers. You're very welcome here if you're interested in Aries. Who wouldn't be? I like to remind Aries and Cross Watchers that energy is fluid, and this simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. All right, Aries, this is a reading that someone needs to hear right now. The letter M is something that I was just struggling with. There could be someone that's first, middle, last initial starts with M, as in Max, as in Michelle. Could mean something to someone just as confirmation, but what I'm really feeling here is that there's someone that you guys are healing from, and I feel like they left with no explanation, with no closure, and this is something that may have recently happened to you guys in November, maybe end of October, and you're still trying to come to terms with it, trying to reason with it. And this is things that what I'm picking up on, what they want to tell you is everything that they don't have the courage to say to your face with the way they handled it, the way they left it. They think it's better to just keep a distance between the two of you. And they're telling themselves that because they think it's better for you, but really they're acting out of their own self. They can't handle facing you. They can't handle telling you why they just left, why they couldn't give you the love that you deserve. Sagittarius had this card. So if some of you are dealing with the Sagittarius, or if you have strong Sagittarius in your chart, I suggest checking out the Sagittarius reading to see if there's messages for you there. But it's a different energy than I'm picking up on with Sagittarius's. And what I feel with this is something that someone's going through right now, and what Spirit just wants you to know, Aries, is that as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So I wonder if some of you guys have been, since this breakup separation, have been going in hermit mode, have been rebuilding yourself, healing yourself, but there is something, a part of this that you're still holding on to, and it makes absolute sense. There is no judgment here. When we don't get answers, it's something that we just focus on because it could mean anything when we don't know. Did I do something wrong? Was I not enough? Did something happen in their life that they haven't told me? We just start to fixate on those things, and we try to find answers to things that we can't make sense of. But I really do feel this card is hitting at home for you, Aries, and what you need to know about this. I can't give you the love you deserve. Someone may have felt like they were not enough for you, quite simply at an ego state. And I do feel for some of you guys, this person was someone who may have started to realize that things were getting a little too deep, or that you were looking for something more serious than that what they were ready for and what they were ready to give. And I do feel, Aries, that they feel really bad to their own level of what happened, but to the fact that they're not telling you sorry, the fact that they're not stepping up to the plate to really give you an honest answer as to why it would never work out, it just shows how out of alignment you really were. And maybe the universe, God, your spirit guides had to step in to separate you two, because if you were to hold on to this or go further with this, there would have been a lot more hurt than maybe what you're even going through right now. So what I really want to tell you, Aries, is that if some of you are afraid to love again, be open to love again. Spirit wants you to let go of this experience because it's kind of keeping you hostage from experiencing the love that you deserve. And again, take your time if you need more time. But I wouldn't let this person take any more away from you than they already have. And just coming to the fact that they just were not the person you thought they were. They were just not the person that was going to give you all that you may have idealized about this, or maybe that they tried to sell you in the beginning and started feeling bad when feelings really starting to be developed, it's just Spirit wants to close this chapter out in your life so you could begin with feeling and experiencing new love that is so much better for you. It feels karmic for sure. And I do feel that someone has just been struggling with trying to find the reasons why. When Spirit is just saying, I think you already know, Aries, or even beyond that, the reasons don't really matter. It may be things that they'll never tell you or explain to you. So let's kind of jump in and see why this person's coming through for your reading. How they feel about you is Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. Interesting. There is a period where they really started to see that you were someone to be valued, honored, appreciated. Maybe they kind of felt like you were looking for a commitment, something more serious. And because they couldn't give that all to you, that's why they started to back away, to crawl away, to flee. And with you coming through as a royal card, regardless of gender or sex, the Queen of Earth is feminine earth energy. You are someone that has worth and value, and that anyone would be lucky to have. That gives a lot into a relationship that they feel so strongly for because they want to build something there. And they just felt like they couldn't match you, Aries, quite simply and honestly. And it's not to give you an ego boost. I see it in the cards here so far, but let's keep going. That flew. Yeah. I'm going to get all the cards out first, and then we'll dive deeper into this whole situation here. Makes a lot of sense. So there is 2 10s here in the spread. You could be seeing 10-10. Your birthday could be April 10th. Maybe you're cusper with March 20th or April 20th. But I do feel Spirit wants you to close this cycle out once and for all, because they weren't ready to give you this, because this just was meant to happen so you could really understand your worth, really understand that maybe during this whole connection you were giving too much to someone that wasn't giving to you in return. And through this experience, you're much more aware now of your time, of your energy, of your power, Aries, that maybe without this experience you wouldn't have been so aware of at this point. Yeah. Interesting. Goodness. Okay. Sorry, Aries. But anyway, bottom of the deck, we have the 9 of Pentacles. So we also have 2 9s, April 9th, April 19th, perhaps March 29th are your birthdays. But this is someone that I feel wanted to be single and was going into this having a single mind frame, was not looking for a relationship, not an exclusive one. And I feel that that is the way that they may have, maybe just to get you more romantically involved, they had to put themselves in a different perspective so you could start to engage with them more. But they sold you a cop-out, Aries, is what I kind of feel here. But if this is your energy, which is, this is Virgo energy, by the way, in general, I feel that there came a point when they really saw how strong of a person you are, how independent of a person you are, and someone that deserved so much more. And I think they got intimidated, Aries. I think they got a little bit shook by you being someone that deserves the world, that deserves the best of love that they can give. And when it got to a point where you were thinking that this was going to take another turn, or that this was going to be more solid or committed, they chickened out or backed out. But if this has just been talking about what you've been going through since your separation, since this breakup, or since they ghosted or fled, let's just say, you've been developing this foundation within you that now can't be rocked. And it was hard. It wasn't easy. You had to get very truthful with yourself. And that doesn't mean just pointing out the flaws within you. It means even were what they made me feel even accurate about me. And I really honestly have to say that for those of you that wanted to know what was the point of all this, was to grow you even stronger, to get you in a higher vibration and a higher frequency, so that when someone comes into your life, they know exactly who they're dealing with from the get-go, and you're not going to be played again. You're someone to take seriously. You're someone to honor, and that's just the vibration you're sending out. And with this Nine of Pentacles too, they somehow still have access to you, whether it's through mutual friends, whether it's through social media. They think you look even better, or even, I don't know, it could just be the glow up you have, Aries. There's just something about you where they say, damn, Aries looks good. Aries looks healthy. Aries looks like they're doing their thing and they've accomplished so much. And whether that's something that you have been posting about, a job promotion, or something that you've achieved recently on social media, or even if it's just what their energetically picking up on about you. They kind of just view you now as the person that they can never have. And I think they really do realize what's been done has been done. And that even if they were to reach out and apologize and to speak to you, you're not looking for anything to develop further here. And that's why they're keeping their distance and watching you from afar. So let's dive on into this. How they feel about you is the Queen of Pentacles, and this is really tying in with the Nine of Pentacles. I mean, even if you think they're not, even if they have sneaky ways of not showing that they're watching you or that they keep an eye on you, they definitely do. And they definitely see you as being husband-wife material, as girlfriend, boyfriend material, whatever label you want to put it on as. But it's nothing that they can see that they can actually have for themselves. That could come from an insecurity. That could come from how they were raised as children to not really believe in marriage, not believe in committed relationships. Or they may have had an experience where they gave their heart to someone that completely crushed it, and they're on, out of a deep wounded ego, they're never going to give themselves in that way again. But they do feel like you're someone that is and has built a lot for themselves since they last spoken to you, since they last seen you. Maybe some of you, again, have been starting your own businesses or have been really excelling in your career in a new lifestyle that you've been wanting to achieve for yourself. And they've heard about it or seen it somehow, some way. Even if you have them blocked, they still found out through whatever means they have. And they really do feel like you deserve better than anything they could give you. What they think about you is the Knight of Cups. Pisces energy. So I still feel like they daydream about you. They fantasize about you, about the times you guys had when it was a little bit lighter, when they were dating you. They do think of you as being someone that has a good heart, that cares, that is very, I don't know, just a kind person in general, with strangers, with service workers, with anyone just about. You're someone that, I don't know, is very empathic, very loving, very feeling. And maybe that's why they retreated to Aries, because they were about to be exposed. You were hitting a part of their vulnerability they were not even ready to face or confront. And I do feel like they think about times of reaching out to you, of texting you, of calling you, of wanting to apologize. Knight of Cups is a big apology card for me. But I really just think they know your reaction would not be the one they want. They would not be ready to have that conversation that they know they should have with you. And that's why they're keeping their distance here. What they like the most about you is the Sun card. Leo energy. Some of you could maybe have a Leo rising or a Leo moon. Does not have to be the case. But you are just someone who is a light in the world, who always lifts up people's moods, who is optimistic, who brings a smile to almost everyone's face. I do feel that if that's not so much the case, then Aries, I think in an unconscious way, they're thankful that you've exposed and illuminated a lot to them that they were hiding, that they were not wanting to face or admit to themselves, that they are doing so in private. But without you being in their life, without having this connection with you, they would not be illuminated or aware to their behaviors. And I do feel in some way, Aries, although they'll never tell you this, or I don't think anytime soon, you've done a lot that's inspired them to be a better person. That you're always fun to be around. Everyone thinks you're hilarious. That anyone, when they're throwing an event or a party, they know they have to hit you up because you're going to have a great time regardless. You're someone that's social, outgoing. Maybe you guys met in the summertime, in the months of June, July, or August of whatever year you met, and they think about that summer a lot when you guys developed this connection. And it's something that they'll always think about, quite honestly. And with the sun too, I don't know why, I'm almost getting the strength card from this. They find you to be very courageous. Maybe there is a lot that you've been through in life, but it never kept you down. You always got back up again, and you always, despite the odds, still accomplished more than what anyone would bet on. And I think this person, although maybe at first they kind of viewed this as just being a hookup and having a good time, you had a lot more of an effect on them than they realized. But what they didn't like about you is the Ten of Pentacles. Virgo energy. So for some of you, yeah, this is relating to a long-term commitment, a marriage. Maybe they just did not believe in marriage, and you're looking for someone to date that can start building that foundation of a partnership or a long-term relationship that would lead to a marriage. I also feel that they didn't like your family members, your close friends, people that you'd consider your soul tribe maybe, and that's because they read this person from the start and had opinions about them. But they thought your family members or friends were snobby, picky, judgmental in some way. And others of you with this Ten of Pentacles, they knew you had a lot of expectations. They know that you have goals and dreams that are going to go very far in life. They know you have it all. With the Sun card, it's undeniable. And they just felt like they didn't have everything that could lead to that. If you don't think you have it within yourself, the resources, the time, the energy, the love, the devotion, how can you give that to anyone else? I think that's what this person was faced with when they were connecting with you, Aries. What they like the most about this connection is the Wheel of Fortune. Sagittarius energy, Pisces energy for me as a reader. So they felt like this all had to happen for their growth. This all had to happen to be a change in their life. And I don't know if that's on a level where they may start to seriously consider dating as a honest option, but I feel like with the games they played or trying to get into connections on a me-only basis of serving their own needs and their own wants immediately is something that's shifting. I do feel because this is karmic, there is something that both of you learned that you're going to carry with for the rest of your lives as far as how you're going to interact in relationships, how you're going to interact in dating and opening yourself up and closing yourself when you need to, when you're picking up on energies or situations that you know isn't right for you. But there, for those of you that may have asked, was there even a purpose here? There absolutely was. And honestly, Aries, I think you're gaining more out of this than this person can or would. Maybe there's someone that liked to play drinking games or board games. But again, you're just a fun person who could uplift and shift the energy of a lot of different things by keeping that light and that positivity that you really are, Aries. What they don't like about this connection is temperance, Sagittarius energy, and Libra energy for me as a reader. I felt, for a lot of you guys, this is what you didn't like about it. I felt like they stalled a lot. They never gave you answers. And I do feel for a lot of you, the healing has been taking a long time. And this isn't something that just impacted you on a small scale either. This is something that I feel is even you're currently working on, even if it ended in the summer or whenever. And it's been hard to understand. It's been hard to come to terms with and to accept. But I also feel Spirit's intervention in this, God's intervention in this, your angel's intervention in this. And I do feel that they think you're eluding them in a lot of ways. And I feel that's your protection around you. I do feel that Spirit does not want this person to re-enter your life again because the lesson has been learned and you're still doing your healing. And to have this person come back would throw the whole course of your action of how you're going to proceed forward out of balance for you. And I do feel, Aries, in a way, maybe because when you were with them, you were very expressive with the Sun card, very passionate, showed a lot of your feelings and emotions. Right now with them, since this has ended, or even towards the end of it all, when you were starting to pick up on this person's true colors, you became a little bit emotionally numb to it. You haven't been showing that you cared at all. And maybe if that's not even the truth, that's how they're seeing you. So whether it's that they feel you keep eluding them, they feel Spirit is separating the two of you, or even what has been damaged is something that they can't heal now or in the future. It's something that they're really struggling with, and I do feel a lot of regrets that they have in how they handle this because it was not the right thing they did, however they ended it. It's made them question their character, honestly. You've highlighted a lot of what was wrong within them. And I think that's something that they still struggle with. Highest hopes, 9 of Wands in reverse, Sagittarius energy. I think they're hoping that one day you'll let the guard down, that one day you guys could just talk again as friends, but that I feel for some of you guys, if this is how they're hoping in regards to the relationship with you, that they can kind of let go of their guilt. They can let go of their own insecurities and kind of move on from this experience without being haunted by you. Truly. And then if this is your hopes, Aries, in some sort of way, this is not going to defeat you. This is not going to break you. That you are going to get back up again. And that even so, with the Sun card here, what people, this person particularly, but I feel like people like about you the most in general, is that this isn't going to break your spirit. That you'll still be that loving, social, warm person, but you're just going to be a little bit more discerning. But that doesn't mean closing the side off of you completely, being guarded completely. Spirit doesn't want that for you. Because I do feel when this is all said and done, when you finally learn to just release and surrender this, knowing that they just weren't ready, they were scared, whatever, something better will come in. But this is just the final step before God, the universe, Spirit, can place this new love into your hands. Spirit doesn't want you to hold on to this, even out of grudge, even out of anger, as reasonable and justifiable that could be. It's actually taking more from you, Aries, at this point. Deepest fears is the World card. Fixed energy, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo energy. I mean that you're just going to keep on glowing up, and they'll keep on witnessing, watching you from afar, hearing about you, all that you're to accomplish, and them still being stuck in the same old crap, the same old ways that they could never evolve out of. That maybe their fear was that you really were the one that they could have been with, but they were too afraid to step up to the plate for. But that you're going on to your own things, you're successful in it too, which is making them regret everything they've done as well. But that this is over, done, and good with. That I feel with this World card and their deepest fears, truly that they'll be stuck in a chapter that never ends while you've written the book, published it, signed it off, and going to accomplish way more than they ever could. Damn. All right, Aries. To see what you need to know about this person, if they come back, will they, despite all the odds? Are they going to fight the urge to reach out to you or just give in? We're going to go ahead and take this to Vimeo for the extended reading. But before we go, I'm going to pull one more card from Spirit to see if there's anything else Spirit wants to tell you about this connection to close this reading off with. Anything else you need to hear that could provide clarity, insight, healing, and guidance for you at this time, Aries. Anything else that Aries needs to know about this? So here's getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. For some of you, this was just confirmation, absolutely, that you hit a spot in their rock of a heart that they were not ready to feel. They were not ready to dive in, truly, Aries, and that's why they ran away. You got to see a deeper side that they tried to keep so protected. Maybe they even let something slip out that they regret letting slip out, whether that was a secret or that was their feelings, whatever it was, that's what made them flee. But others of you, I wonder if this is someone trying to come into your life. That maybe the evolution of it or the progresses of it is just being blocked from whatever Spirit wants you to deal with now as far as the past. Because if you are talking to someone new, I do feel they want to get to know you. But if you keep this guard up, it's going to push them away. But anyways, Aries, we're going to go ahead and take this to Vimeo for the extended reading. Let's see what this person is likely to do in the upcoming days, if they do anything at all. If there's new love in your life, what do you need to know about it that's trying to enter? If you'd like to join me for the extended reading, open up the description box and you'll find the link to Vimeo, which will take you to the extended reading. But if this is where we depart, Aries, I really hope that this reading has resonated with you in the sense that it's giving you clarity, insight, healing, guidance in regards to anything that has happened or is happening in your love life at this time. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Aries, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Aries.